Hello, Indianola High School Marching Band. Jordan Warfoot from Shakopee, Minnesota. Here with you today, the Valleyfest Morning Show. I'm your visual adjudicator of marching maneuvering execution. I apologize for the late intro. Yeah, great tempo demands here. Make sure the upper body and lower body are separated. Trombones, as you're coming across the front, we're compromising our height in efforts to keep up with the tempo and the stride demands. Good forward and backwards, maybe struggling a little bit and transferring that weight and keeping on the balls of our feet. Yeah, okay, if we're gonna do that gesture, we gotta make sure that we're actually at the spot to do that gesture. So we have to push from the back leg. I think some of us are really crouching down on our knees, as I was commenting earlier. That's causing us to get there late. New tempo here. Picking up drums, is it through the front ensemble? Yeah, snares, try not to lean backwards to help motivate that forward to backwards diagonal direction change. On side 2 now, that's my right side of the 50 as I watch the members. Yeah, nice job, mellophones coming across the front. Good job switching to backwards. Let's make sure that the hips aren't motivated by that switch. Yeah, this sign, the prop just got compromised by the wind just a little bit there. Try to keep our eyes up. That sign out of there so no one else is tripping on it. Really good form control there. Brass on side 1, from what I can tell here, front to backs are pretty unison. Horns up, come up really well and even. Yeah, clarinet's really compromised in terms of upper body facing based on what the lower body is being asked to do. And then timing in the feet, clarinet's really suffering there. Some of us not marching with very strong technique here.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
Yeah, nice job. Okay, make sure these gestures are believable though. If we do too much, it's just not believable. It comes across as a different mood than what we might be intending. Then just make sure we're not slow into the halt saxophones. Make sure that our motivation for stepping off in time matches our motivation for closing or finishing the phrase in time. And then as we're at trail here, clarinets, flutes, just theme and variations on what that instrument should look like in relationship with the ground and the body. And then are we visually communicating with the drum major and anticipating that step off? Yeah, I kind of knew that direction change was coming, saxophones. Some of you were caught by surprise. Little rallentando there, noted. Slowly down to the knee. Yeah, just make sure that we're not replanting that right foot as we do that. Thank you for being musical. Yeah, just it's hard for us to take the weight off of that foot when it's so far in front to get those feet back together, unless staff were finding a way that has to look, or the way that should look. Yeah, a lot of velocity there suddenly for our woodwinds to back up and then come forward there. That seemed a little, for lack of a better word, suspicious. If I'm upstairs, maybe I'm seeing something different, but it just seemed like drill for the sake of drill. Yeah, guys, so we gotta march. We can't walk. There's got to be a difference there. Okay, if you were marching, you're resisting the roll down of that front foot. Those toes aren't just flopping down to the ground. And you're not just allowing that back knee to bend so easily. You know, I think sometimes when we have this tempo in our show, we get a little complacent and maybe get confused on how good we truly are at these things that are achievable, and we label falsely as simple or easy. They present their own difficulties within that simplicity. Okay, is that sequential? And then, if we're going to go to the box, we need to maintain a healthy posture rather than allowing the knees to bend and for our backs to arch. We want nice straight lines. Straight lines are beautiful. That's really what we're going for there. So when we allow ourselves to go up to the box with our instrument, and the feet being apart also enables this. We want to try to think of that shape of the rib cage, how the bottom ribs relate to the shoulders. Yeah, good marching backwards here from the saxophones. Yeah, backwards to forwards, nicely done. Timing. Yeah, flutes, got to get in there. Okay, some people getting pinched out of that drill, and part of it is you got to fight for that spot. You just got to be confident what's going on. The individual that's kind of suffering the most in terms of fitting into the drill is the one that's staring at the ground excessively, in my opinion. The ground's not going anywhere. You don't need to stare at the yard line to know it's coming. You can look forward like you would if you were driving a car on the highway. You wouldn't just look right at the hood. You look all the way forward to anticipate lane changes that would impede on your survival. Yeah, nice moment there, trombones. When the instrument comes down, our marching quality changes for some of us in that when we're going forward, we're bending our knees and we're kind of slouching into our hips. Okay, and then what horns are up, what horns are down. You know, I think if we can get them all up and only certain people are playing, that's fine. We can always hide the fact that certain voices aren't playing when we can afford to do that. But when half of them are up and half of them are down, it's a weird aesthetic from down low and up top, especially from down low. Okay, confidence in the backwards march. Okay, and again, is this believable or is it kind of hokey? Then variety. 7, 8. Are we going to keep going? Yeah, so 8 times, 4 left and right. Kind of a long time to watch us do the same thing. Less is more. Yeah, nice advance to the front. And then to the front sideline. Yeah, and then again, I got to get you for it. I got to get you for that, though. You can't compromise the posture, even for open second. Keeping the hips underneath the shoulders and on top of the knees, on top of the ankles, is very crucial. I would really implore the staff to find a way to make the students aware of what that shape looks like when their spine represents the shape of a banana from shoulder to heel through the hips versus the shape of a pencil, which would be more ideal. So try to keep those abdominals a little bit more engaged and tucked into the spine. So again, Indianola, I apologize. I wasn't able to catch the beginning moments of your program due to just the nature of contest dynamics, but I did enjoy a lot of what you were presenting. I hope my comments can be helpful for you, and I maybe brought up some points that you can become aware of and try to modify in efforts to look at how you train the group for next season and how you might get a chance to wrap up this season with any other performances competitively or exhibition. Thank you very much.